How about this beautiful Samford University campus? Can't ask for a much better setting for tonight's Southern Conference Showdown presented by Champion Cleaners, featuring the top two teams in the league, the Bucs of ETSU taking on the Samford Bulldogs. Hello everyone, my name is Blake Gardner, joined on my left by former UAB standout Gabby Moreno. Noel Espinal will join us from the sideline shortly as we get set to get you one of the best, if not the best, regular season matchups in all the Southern Conference this season. And Gabby, let's start our preview with the visitors. The ETSU Bucs statistically have been one of the best teams in the Southern Conference, and the numbers bear that out.
Yes, they do. ETSU is first in SoCon in hitting percentage, opponent hitting percentage, and blocks this year. And they've only dropped 6 sets in conference thus far. Just
a dominating performance from the Bucs so far, and not only that, their RPI coming into the night, 43, far and away the best in the Southern Conference. They're favored to win every one of their regular season matchups the rest of the way. The exception of this one tonight, the Samford Bulldogs is a lone blemish on the ETSU Bucs Southern Conference slate to this point, and Samford comes into the night playing really good volleyball.
Yes, they do. They are 5-2 in October in this month, and they're 7-1 at home after defeating UNCG last night.
And as we transition to look at our impact players, some faces you need to know tonight. Both sides bring plenty of offensive firepower to the table. Let's start with the Bucs. They want to get Leah Clayton involved early and often.
Yes, they do. Clayton transferred from Liberty, was first team All-SoCon last season, leads the conference in kills per set.
And on the other side of the docket, Samford come into the year needing another outside option to step up, and so far they've gotten one in freshman Lauren Deaton.
They do. Deaton is a true freshman and likely SoCon Freshman of the Year. She leads all freshmen in kills and digs so far this season.
Had a solid performance last night in Samford's 3-0 win over the UNCG Spartans. As we get a look at our current Southern Conference standings presented by Lakeshore Pharmacy. And there you see Samford and ETSU tops in the league, 9-1 and 8-3 respectively. Samford comes into the night trailing by just a match and a half as we come down the stretch of this 2018 Southern Conference slate. So a pivotal contest tonight in the Pete Hanna Center just outside of Birmingham, Alabama. There are your starting lineups for both sides this evening. We touched on Clayton and Deaton both getting the start. Also, can't forget about Maria Popovich, the libero for ETSU tonight. On the other side, Grace Theismann, the libero for the Samford Bulldogs. Two outstanding individual defensemen who have keyed the back lines for each of these two sides quite excellently to this point in 2018. Just about ready for volleyball here in the Hanna Center. Samford in their alternate red jerseys tonight. Red and navy with white socks and white court shoes. Meanwhile, ETSU is all navy, head to toe, with white socks and white court shoes. The only exception is number 9, Maria Popovich, who checks in at her libero spot. The sophomore from Belgrade, Serbia, who I'm sure we'll spend plenty of time talking about this evening. Just a few ticks past the top of the hour, and we are set for Southern Conference volleyball on this beautiful Saturday night. ETSU gets us underway with a serve into the net from Kayla Massey, and that's how things get going. Samford on top early, 1-0, playing for the second consecutive night on their home floor. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night in Southern Conference play. Both teams playing the second halves of back-to-backs this evening. As a double block from Samford gives them their second point of the night. First it was Hobbs, and then second it was Deaton, and a good start for the Bulldogs. So Samford playing for the second consecutive night on their home floor. They beat UNCG in straight sets last night. ETSU didn't struggle much with Chattanooga either on the road, as they're on the scoreboard for the first time. There's Clayton, our impact player this evening. That's kill number 356 for her, so she proves to be a focal point tonight. The junior from Danville, Virginia, stayed close to home originally, committed to Liberty, but has been absolutely sensational since moving over to this ETSU Bucs program. That serve aside, as Samford has taken 3 of the first 4 points in this opening set. Grace Theismann, the junior libero, puts it back in play. Clayton plays it out of the back row. Near pin set this time is dug out by Skelton. As Deaton goes for a tap and puts it down.
That's a great use off of that block on Deaton.
And already we've seen kills from both of our impact players. Deaton on one side, Clayton on the other. That is kill number 300 for Lauren Deaton on what has been a sensational freshman campaign. Another near pin set, and this time Braden Tutton puts it down, the senior from Ontario.
Point ETSU.
Tutton, the senior middle, comes into the night third in the conference in blocks. That's kill 185 for her on this 2018 campaign. Samford on top by 2 as Theismann plays it from the back row. Anderton looking for Hobbs, cross court, dug out nicely. That was Popovich. Bulldogs out of system, attacking again. Hobbs with a tip this time. Popovich there, and Theismann can't beat the ball to the floor.
2 out of system plays on both sides there. And ETSU did a nice job sending it back to the outside. Roll shot over.
So Popovich with a dig along with Massey. I think I gave Popovich both those digs by mistake. Kayla Massey dug out the first ball. Her Bucs trail by 1 early as Hobbs gets another look cross court, and once again Massey is there. First swing for behind the 10-foot line is played out by Anderton. Good swing from Hobbs, but it's dug out once more. Another far pin set. Theismann is there. And our first long rally of the night as Popovich makes an outstanding play. Both liberos have gotten involved. Deaton trying to finish the point, cannot. Popovich sets out a system, and Hobbs and Phillip finally finish the rally for Samford.
That's great volleyball all around. Defense, offense there. Great block by Samford.
AJ Lux tried to beat the block in the far pin with a tip unsuccessfully. Bulldogs on top 5-3 with Kelsey Hobbs behind the service line. And a good out call from either Clayton or Massey. Clayton let it go. I think it was Massey who made the call. And it's the first error behind the service line for the Bulldogs early on. Here's Alyssa Kavarta, 5'8" senior setter, closing in on 1,000 assists for her 2018 campaign. Phillip down the middle has it rejected and can only play it over. Great defense from ETSU. Can it lead to great offense? Not so far. Phillip was there on the stuff. Massey gets another swing and off the block puts it away. Kayla Massey is in the score sheet for the first time tonight. The junior middle from Brentwood, Tennessee. Just about 2 hours and maybe 40 minutes north of our location for tonight's contest, Homewood, Alabama. Anderton looking for Phillip again, and this time Phillip puts it down.
Another slide there by Phillips.
Saw that plenty last night from Shayla Phillips. She had an outstanding contest against UNCG. And was a major part of this Samford attack. Bulldogs back on top by 1. And with a chance to attack again. First swing for Bosing, played well by Popovich. On the far pin, Anderton is there to block it and dig it out. Bosing's second swing finds the middle of the ETSU defense.
It looks like there was somewhat of a hole back there on ETSU's defense. Maybe a little miscommunication, but she did a nice job going high over the block.
Popovich and Kavarta meeting after that point to try to solve that hole. Nice cross-court find as Massey is in the books once again for kill number 2. And the first substitution for the Bucs as Lux checks out, replaced by Haley Aguilar, the senior defensive specialist from Chicago, Illinois. The 2015 SoCon all-freshman team selection puts it in play. Popovich digs it out, and an excellent hustle play by number 12, Alyssa Kavarta, to keep that alive. Samford can only swing it over with Deaton, but it's a good swing, and it ends up capping the points.
That was great hustle by Alyssa Kavarta.
Kavarta and Aguilar both with big-time plays on the point. Unfortunately for the Bucs, it doesn't result in them collecting that point. Samford on top by 2 as Phillip is well short of the tape on a serve miss.
It's about 4 missed serves so far this first set, both teams.
Both sides with 2 errors behind the service line apiece, something we didn't see a whole lot of last night. between Samford and UNCG. Here's Maria McPartland, the senior from Boone, Iowa. And an outstanding athlete in this Buck program as Phillip is denied by Massey right here on the near pin.
It's a great job by ETSU's front line there. Seeing the inside set on the pin and just reading that, coming inside, getting both players there and set.
Bucks have retied this opening set at 8 apiece as McPartland puts it back in play, finding Theismann. Anderton to Sierra Razor, and she finds the far line. First kill for Sierra Razor, who we didn't see a whole lot of last night, but already in the first set, making an impact. Just kill number 15 for her on this 2018 campaign. Bulldogs back in front by 1. Right down the middle, ETSU responds quickly. Kayla Massey behind the service line for the first time tonight and already been a focal point of this ETSU offense. 3 kills and 5 total attacks. She evened the match at 9, and now ETSU with a chance to take the lead. Swing from the far pin from Clayton is dug out by Theismann. Here's Bosing near pin. Nice play at the back line by Aguilar. And on the dump attempt from Kavarta, she can't clear the tape. Samford the first team to double figures.
And you know what's interesting on this ETSU side? Kayla Massey is a middle blocker, but she's playing all the way around and playing that right side defense back row.
Samford's margin, a slim one. Their advantage just 1. As Alana Scouten is back in to serve. Near pin set, Theismann digs it out. A free ball and a free gift, but ETSU can't cash it in. Deaton plays it over. A third look for the Bucks. Another near pin look, and Anderton can only get a piece of it as Braden Tutton has kill number 2 tonight.
Both teams are successful early on the slide balls.
Both teams making it a point of emphasis to get their middles involved. Tutton and Massey have combined for 5 of ETSU's first 7 putaways tonight. As Clayton puts it back in play. Anderton, a 3-option look, finds Deaton, but it's dug out by Clayton. And unfortunately for the Bucks, a miscommunication gives Samford the point.
Very unfortunate, especially on a great dig like that.
Back and forth opening set continues. Samford regains their narrow 1-point advantage with Grace Theismann to put it in play, the junior libero. Far pin set this time and dug out by Theismann. It's played over. Second look for H.A. Lux. This one's blocked. Third look for Lux is played out by Deaton. Anderton to Hobbs, who puts a good swing on it. Now a 4th opportunity for ETSU. On the middle slide, Phillip is there. And now a chance for Samford to set something up. Deaton cross court finds Lux, but her dig doesn't find the court of play, and Samford's on top by 2.
So many long rallies here.
Yeah, can kind of see how these two got entangled in such a long match in their previous meeting. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but it was an absolute marathon. The Bucks and Bulldogs played in Johnson City about a month ago. Lux beats the block that time, and it wouldn't have mattered if Theismann was able to dig that out or not, as looks like Phillip was ruled to be in the net on the Bulldog side of things. As you see a lot of love. Lake is talking on the bench to Braden Tutton as she takes a seat. Putting it back in play is Maria Popovic. The Serbian finds Alana Scouten back row. Here's Kelsey Hobbs, blocked. Theismann there to dig it out. Samford resets. Hobbs a second swing. She beats the block this time. Free ball for Deaton is capitalized and put away. And Lauren Deaton is off to a fast start. 5 kills and 7 total attacks for the freshman, and she's able to cash in that dig attempt that just cleared the tape. Kelsey Hobbs, the junior from Hoover, finds H.A. Lux. Lux is going to get it back far pin. Theismann is there to make a fine play. ETSU a second look. Near pin this time. Cross court. Did it find the line? It did. Great play by Maria McPartland. And so far, the trend of these two squads being fairly even is bearing itself out.
It is. Both sides are playing really nice defense in the back row and up at the net getting blocks.
Anderton being supplied with a lot of 2 and 3 option balls. She only has 1 option here. It's Deaton who goes cross court and beats Popovic. And Lauren Deaton is the hot hand right now. A game-high 6 kills and just 8 attacks. ETSU has got to find an answer for the true freshman hitter, who's behind the service line now. For Memphis, Tennessee, her first kill of the night got her to 300 on the year, as Clayton, with a rough pass, didn't give her setter much help. Samford with a chance to attack, but it ends prematurely as Theismann is called for the double. Bulldogs advantage just 1 as Lux checks out. Once again replaced by Haley Aguilar. Aguilar had a solid performance last time these two teams met, 16 digs, which was second on this ETSU team. Anderton looking for Bosing, and Bosing puts it down right in front of Popovich. And Samford's advantage is going to be 2, headed into our first timeout on the floor. And even back and forth opening set between the top 2 teams in the Southern Conference as you watch this Southern Conference showdown on a Saturday night just outside Birmingham.